Hey guys, how's it going? So today we're going to do a video on just to show you how to change the ESC in your Wltoys L959, L969, the L979, Litehawk Brute, Litehawk Blast. These are very similar vehicles to each other, as I've mentioned in other videos. As such, they use a lot of the same parts, even between the truck and the buggies. But when you're comparing, say, this Litehawk Brute to even the propel, I believe it's propel Renegade, exact same vehicle, just a different shell with a paint job, or a different paint job on the shell. Anyways, mine's been modified a bit with a new bright body, and so I made a set of posts to go with the existing one. So if I ever get another stock body, I can just, pull these posts off and change her right out. Anyway, so the big thing here is the speed controller. And you need to be able to change these things out when they toast on you. So it's pretty simple stuff to do. Now the one thing you're going to notice is mine's a little bit different here. It's got a whack load of glue in there. I've went extremely overkill to waterproof this speed controller, and I found this little heatsink jobby off of another older ESC that was able to slip over top of the heat sinks on the main circuits, which control your forward and reverse. It keeps things running much cooler. Anyways, no problems with this ESC ever since I did that. They don't come waterproof per se. They're about, I'd give them about 80%, maybe 90% of what they're doing now with these speed controllers, whether you're getting them out of Banggood in China or some other outfit like T-Mart or whoever's selling these ESC combo boards for these vehicles, or Litehawk, for example. And they're not 100% waterproof even coming out of Litehawk. Back where your antenna wire is, they've covered the entire board inside with this silicone, right? And top and bottom, except for the main receiver area. So if you get water in there, it's shutting down on you for a while. So you're going to be looking at a good couple of days to dry it out. And to do that, you're going to have to pop the cap off and let everything air out really well. And you got a 50-50 chance it's going to come back to life. The servos, the last servos that I got out of Banggood, they were silicone sealed in the front but still not in the back, so I wouldn't put much stock in those actually being waterproof. But I've driven this thing through snow, I've had some fun with it, and it is somewhat protected back here. I wouldn't suggest going through like big puddles and stuff, but hey, it's up to you. If you blow something up, you blow it up. So let's get on with changing the speed control unit out. This is very easy to do. You just disconnect your positive and negative leads from your motor to your speed controller. Now on a stock vehicle, this is going to be glued down, and if you're removing a busted receiver board, something that you've definitely toasted, so you have steering but you have no forward and reverse, type of deal, you definitely need a new speed controller at that point. But regardless of the matter, you're changing it. Pry it up with a screwdriver to pop it up, because the sticky tape they use is extremely strong. Now what I've done for my replacements is I've used Velcro, and this really holds it on there super good. Voila. Okay, so unplug those wires, unfeed your power cable, and then you can go ahead and unplug your servo, pull your antenna tube out. You may or may not need a screwdriver. We're going to need one for sure, depending on how it was fished through, or if it was fished through at the factory. So you just undo your screw here. Pull it out of the way. Comes right out. That simple. So you're going to find residue left behind probably from the double-sided stuff that's used at the factories. So you can just carve that off with your thumb. Don't take a knife or anything to the thing. Just use your thumb and gently work at it, and you can get all that residue off. Now your new speed controller may or may not come with a new sticky pad. Usually they do though. So, and then just remove the stickery stuff and clunk her in, and away you go. Put everything back in, same way. Goes right back in. Feed your power cable through. Plug your servo in. Now I do this in this order for a reason. Because afterwards you want to fish your antenna wire out this way. Okay, so you want to make sure that, it goes underneath everything and gives you the most amount of wire too accessible. And then take your screwdriver, screw this unit back in, and leave a little bit of play at the side here. Okay, you want a little bit of play there. Take your antenna tube. Now you can buy antenna tubes if your tubes break down. I've been stripping them off of new bright vehicles that I've been buying at the second-hand stores, and then I just cut them to the length I need them, and it saves me a bit of money. So, red goes to red, black to black. Now, I'm not going to flip it upside down to install my battery, but now I know where my cable is routed. Now, this is not a Litehawk Brute or L202 or L969 type battery plug. They come with the Deans usually. This is actually more like your Litehawk Blast L959 plug. So anyways, I plug my battery in, turn on my radio first. You'll notice your green light flashes. Turn on the receiver and either pull the trigger or press your steering and it binds. I'd do the steering thing. You press your trigger and it's just going to take off on you. So we got left and right steering. Okay, and that's all there is to it to swap it out. So now, being that these cars are the way they are, just a little bit of advice for parts. When you buy one of these things, get yourself a bunch of extra spur gear kits. Okay, they'll come in handy because I've toasted a couple of them. Also get yourself maybe a spare motor or two, and to break these motors in, do it very gently with a brand new motor. If you're going to dry break them in, run at least one full battery pack. Usually two is the best, really, for the optimal results. And just drive it really super slow, worse than anybody could drive the slowest on Sunday on the road. Drive it that slow. I mean, it's going to take forever to kill the battery, but break it in super, super gentle, and you'll get a lot more life out of your motor, and you won't be swapping motors out so often. Because a lot of people, they figure, well, it's a toy, I'll just, take it outside and beat the daylights out of it. Well, 10 years ago, it wouldn't be a big, huge deal. We were able to get away with that. But they're not building things like they used to either with these brushed motors anymore. They seem to be built a little bit on the cheaper side. At least this has been my experience anyway. So you really do need to break these motors in gentle and properly. And there's a lot of different ways to do it other than dry. But I find the dry does work extremely well and just as effectively as the rest of the different ways out there. But I do talk about this on my channel and other videos. And if you are looking for other repair videos and maintenance videos of any kind on this particular truck or any of the others that we talked about, like the other buggies and the other brand names of the same or similar type vehicles, check my YouTube channel. I've got a lot of Wltoys and Litehawk maintenance videos, mod videos, etc. Now this truck is still running the stock suspension, and I've just boosted it up a little bit with some clips up front that I had from one car, and I've used some 1/4 inch wide zip ties at the back to stiffen things right up good, and this will give it a lot more durability, at least for, you know, like small jumps even. You know, I did do a hobby grade suspension on a L959 buggy at one point. I actually sold that buggy finally, but it made the vehicle 100% more durable, and I have videos for that too. You can check out my ramp jumping videos with the hobby grade suspension on the blue buggy versus the Litehawk Blast 100% stock off the same ramp, and quite interesting results. So now with the new ESC, I know I use the same ESC here, but the brand new one you get, these are all the exact same. It doesn't matter if it came out of an L959 or an L969, an L979, a propel Renegade, or the Litehawk Blast or Brute. They will all bind with all the same radio. Even the L202, now that is a different buggy. It's brushless, but its main receiver board for the radio will bind to this radio, and then you just use a hobby grade ESC and hobby grade motor with that kit. You can buy it as a kit with metal dog bones, ball bearing upgrade, the whole nine, and you still use your same radio. Even though this is a Litehawk radio, I can still use this same radio. They all bind, so no problems there at all. And so that should hopefully answer some questions for you guys in advance on that one. So that's what I got for you today. This was a video that was requested by someone who had posted on my channel, and so I said I would do this, and I even looked through my own channel and thought, oh hey, something I didn't do. Good idea. So anyways, hope this helps him out and everybody else, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.